Hey, what's up everybody? Got another black and white Wi-Fi battle here. This time it's going to be a UU match. Kind of want to switch things up. This is actually my third UU battle that I've ever done in black and white, so I don't know, I just don't know anything about it, but this actually turned out to be a pretty good match. It's actually a really good match. So yeah, let's get started. He leads off with Scyther, and I lead off with Azelf. I'm using a 4th gen OU team put into a 5th gen UU, since I know that best. He U-turns right off the bat, brings me down to my sash, and he goes into Hitmontop. I think I just set up rocks, knowing that he would U-turn and bring me down to my sash. Yeah, I set up rocks here, and he goes into Hitmontop, and I go for the Psychic. I don't know if he knew I carried that or what, but it brings him down to what is that, less than 10 HP. He gets off a Toxic, thinking I was going to switch probably, but it'll take me out at the end of this turn anyway. Shows he has leftovers here, so he's probably bulky. Hitmontop. So I send in Flygon here for the revenge kill. This is a Scarfed Flygon, and he switches out, and he actually comes in later, kind of spoiler here, but he lives to the rocks. And he sends in Empoleon here, which takes the U-turn very nicely. But I still do maintain my offensive momentum, so I go into my Darmanitan here, which is also Scarfed, and I figure he'd switch out, predicting either he goes out into Mismagius, which is a good call, because he's either predicting a Superpower or an Earthquake, and Mismagius can wall them both. So I U-turn and predicting a switch, and it does, decent chunk, whatever. I go out into Snorlax to try and wall his Mismagius, and he goes for a Will-O-Wisp and a miss, which really sucks. And that probably, I don't know, kind of mattered, but Will-O-Wisp has shaky accuracy anyway, so I go for a Crunch and bring him down to really low red, and he has leftovers, so he's bulky, obviously, and he goes for the Pain Split, which I don't know why, I guess I completely forgot about at the time. But I do get the defense drop on that last Crunch, so this next Crunch right here is going to finish him off. I did get a crit there. I can't remember seeing that when I was battling, but I don't know. I don't think it really mattered. He was -1 defense, so. Now I'm at about half health. He sends in Hitmontop, and he probably has about 10 HP after the Stealth Rock, so I switch out into Mismagius, predicting a close combat. But he goes for the Rapid Spin, and I guess I got pretty lucky there. And I'm going to outspeed him and kill him off with a Shadow Ball. So I'm looking pretty good right now. He sends in Houndoom. I figured this thing's either going to Crunch or do a Fire attack, but of course he pursuits, and I forgot about that. I don't know. I'd never seen any of these sets before, so I have no clue what they do. And Pursuit takes out my Mismagius pretty easily. I see that he's a Life Orb variant of Houndoom, so he can switch up his moves. I send in Flygon here, and he goes for a Sucker Punch. I knew I could live one, and it takes me about half health, and I finish him off with an Earthquake. This is Scarfed, like I already said, so all I have is attack moves, so it was kind of inevitable. He brings in a Scyther here, and I believe I switch out into my my Hitmontop here, and which is terrible because he goes for a Aerial Ace. And even after the Intimidate, it's going to take me down to about 160 HP after leftovers. So that's like half. That's pretty good. He switches out and goes into Shaman. And I believe what do I do here? Oh, wow. Oh, I switch out into my Flygon, predicting him to go for another one. And I knew my Flygon could probably live it. So I don't know. I just go into Flygon here and go for an Outrage. And his Shaman takes that pretty well, about a little less than half health, and he finished me off with a Seed Flare. So I go into Darmanitan now to scare him off with the Flare Blitz, and he goes out into his Empoleon, and I figured he would do that again, predicting my Flare Blitz. So I go out I choose to U-turn. And this is a bit stally. Yeah, I have the Sepia tone just like Xerxes does in his videos for signal. It's like stalling part, I guess. And I just set up like, I get up to I think 6 curses as he keeps going for the scald, and he never gets the burn, which sucks again because his Will-O-Wisp missed earlier. So I was planning on getting to +6 here and then just resting and getting up to full and then waking up and destroying his team, but after all this time he finally decides to roar me out once I'm at +6. I'm not exactly sure why he didn't do that in the first place, but whatever. Yeah, he sets up rocks and then I believe he roars next turn after I'm at +6 with curses. Yeah, I think that's my 6th curse right there. And he roars me out. So that's kind of a big waste of time. He wasn't doing anything, so I thought he had no response for it, and I could just set up all day. So I go into Hitmontop here, going for the close combat, and that's gonna... I believe that I'll take his Vaporeon. No. It brings his Vaporeon, or his Empoleon nicknamed Vaporeon down to about 25%. My defenses fall, and he scalds me, and gets the kill. I think, yeah, I remember, I just went for a close combat there to get as much damage as I could. And obviously his Vaporeon's bulky, so he's gonna live it. I send in Darmanitan here, and I believe I Earthquake here, knowing that he probably wouldn't switch, and even though he, like, the whole game I was U-turning, so he'd probably predict another U-turn, so go for the Earthquake. He makes a good play, goes out into his Scyther and gets destroyed by Stealth Rock, so he lives with, like, again, 10 HP, and I'm locked into Earthquake, so I have to switch out into my Snorlax. Takes the Aerial Ace, and even if I was hoping that it wouldn't be a 2-hit KO, but it easily is, since I believe I'm more specially bulky than physically. But that doesn't really matter because all I needed was a free switch into Darmanitan, and I clean up the rest of the game here with Flare Blitz. Since I'm Scarfed and I outspeed his Shaman and his, I was pretty sure that Scyther was faster than Darmanitan. I was pretty sure he was Scarfed too, but I would have just rested with Snorlax if I would have lived. So that's going to be the game, and I have finals tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, so I got this match really quick for you guys today, and I do have another OU black and white match saved, which I will upload probably in a few days, so I hope this tides over, and see you guys later.